Hi, just a quick message from me. Um, this time of year can be really difficult, especially if it's your first one without your loved one that you were going to celebrate with. Um, I remember quite clearly my first Christmas without my son Luca, and how dark I felt. I didn't want to go out to see other people celebrating. I didn't even want to see my family over Christmas. I didn't put a Christmas tree up. Um, and I'm a Christian, so that says a lot of how much you cannot be in the festive mood. Excuse me. At this Christmas time. Sorry, it leaves a fog in my throat when I think about it because it brings back a lot of emotions. And many of you will be feeling that right now. And I just want to say to you that do what you need to for yourself. I did end up seeing my family for Christmas dinner, and I went round for a few hours, and we cried, and it was fine. We all cried because it wasn't the Christmas that we had thought it would be. At that point, that Christmas, Luca would have been 6 months, and he wasn't there. We were ready to and looking forward to a special Christmas, and it didn't happen. So my son Luca was born sleeping at full term. Just for those who don't know, and it was uh, a very hard Christmas to deal with for all of us, especially myself and my husband. But we started a tradition then that we carry on now. So my younger son now, he always has had a Christmas gift from his older brother, who is a star in the sky. That's how he's grown up, knowing about his older brother is being a star in the sky. And um, we keep that tradition alive, and it makes him part of our Christmas, which I said in a previous video a few days ago. But for those who are in an extremely dark place, and I've been there, and when I say extremely dark place, I mean when you have the worst thoughts of not being here anymore. And I've been there. I almost did. I'm glad I didn't. And whilst I was narrow minded and thinking about what I was going to do to myself, I never thought of the consequences that I was leaving behind until something, I say something, God made me look at the clock and realised what time it was, and my husband was going to be home soon from work. And that was then that my mind switched, and I broke down in tears because I thought, he's the one who's going to find me. Oh my gosh, I can't do that to him. And that's how I stopped in my tracks, just like that. So those of you who are in that extremely dark place, who want to end that pain, and trust me, I understand, I fully do. Think of the consequences you're leaving behind, the people that you're leaving behind who are going to be devastated without you. Hope that stops you from those dark thoughts, and knowing that you're not alone, and a lot of people have been there. And I can't say that I've never thought about it again, but I know I would never do that to my younger son. Carrying the pain of grief and the emotions, the mental health, um, everything that comes with that. And if you obviously diagnosed with a chronic condition like I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, dealing with everything can be extremely heavy. And I get that. And you sometimes think, oh, is this really worth it? But yeah, because there's somebody who relies on you, who loves you, who you are the world to. You may not know it. Yeah, my son doesn't want to be hugged by me in public and stuff, but I know he loves me. There's no way I am going to ever do anything to myself and hurt him. No way. No matter how hard it is for me. I'll keep going. And I hope that gives you some comfort to know that there are other people that feel like that, but we stay strong together. So if you want to DM me, if you're in a dark place, you want to DM me. I'm not a counsellor, but I can point you in the right direction if you want to, because I've had some brilliant help from different services, charities, etc. as well. So please feel free to do that. I just want to let you know that there's lots of places you can get help. So do reach out to somebody, to a charity. Samaritans, there's lots of grief charities, the Good Grief charity, there's lots of baby loss charities as well. So many support groups which are free to access. So don't feel you have to be waiting on an NHS list to see a counsellor or anything. There are these charities that are set up to do that, and they raise their money to pay for these support functions that they have in place. So do use it. I have. It's helped me. Grief has no time limit. I mean, you could have grief from a grief of health, a grief of a loved one, a grief of loss of a career, a grief of anything really. It doesn't have to be someone, it can be something. So there's all sorts of different types of grief, and what I would just want to say is be gentle on yourself. There is support out there. Google it, or like I said, DM me, and I can point you in the right direction. And well, at least I hope I can. But take the time this Christmas to say I love you to the ones that do matter, and realise what you've got. I started a gratitude diary years ago when I used to think there's nothing to be thankful for, but then I used to think, actually, at least I've got a roof over my head, at least I've got food on the table. Okay, I haven't got loads of money in the bank, but I've got my son, we've got things. I'm not a designer label type person anyways. That kind of stuff doesn't matter to me. But being thankful that the sun's come out, that it's a dry day, that I've been able to go for a walk, that I've had a cuddle with my son. I'm not aching today, or I haven't woke up with a headache. All these different things you can be grateful for. And as you start noticing the little things that you're grateful for, the bigger things will come out to you as well. So I hope that helps. Have a wonderful, gentle Christmas, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.